It is February 5th. Today was a full day. Um, Real quickly though, I totally forgot to say yesterday on the 4th, last night before we went to bed, we actually activated our new Magic Bands on our Disney account. So we are able to use the Figment Magic Band and the Lava Magic Band. Okay, on to today, February 5th, which is a Tuesday. I dentist appointment this morning, so Tia left for work, and I got back into bed for like less than 1 hour, and I got up and I was out of the house by 8:15. It took me until 9:01 to get to the dentist's office. Anyway, so the lady we had last time, the girl Heather that's always been there with the girl Melanie that we used to always go to, she walks out. And I looked at her and I'm like, and I'm walking back and I'm like, is she just bringing me back there and the other lady's going to be there? Or am I going to go with her? So I got back there and apparently that other lady's not there anymore. Not because she did anything wrong, just reasons. Other job, that kind of thing. So, and I told her that. I was like, you might have noticed that I gave you this weird look when we were walking back here. She said, yeah, and I basically explained that to her. And I was just like, oh, yeah, we get to use you instead of the other lady that we did not mesh well with. So she said, any problems? And I talked about this tooth right here that I think it's weird because where the two teeth actually meet, it like chipped right here. So now there's like this piece sticking up in it. Cuts my tongue. And anyway, so she took an x-ray and it did get chipped somehow between the two teeth. And so Dr. Donovan set me up an appointment to put a filling on it, I guess. I don't really know how that works exactly. But when I got done, I waited for Tia to get out so I could talk to her a little bit and then figure out what we're going to do for lunch and all that kind of stuff, because we're going to go to lunch because we're both out and about. So she goes to work, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm just going to go to Barnes & Noble. So I went to Barnes & Noble and just kind of sat there and played on my phone, and did this. I dozed off about, I think, because I remember looking at my phone and it said 11 o'clock. And then about 11:15, I remember glancing one more time and seeing it. And then I blinked, opened up my eyes, and all of a sudden it was 11:47. So I must have been dozing there for a while because I looked around and there were people, and I looked around and then there weren't. So I was the dude that was sleeping in Barnes & Noble today. And then I finally left. But something I've never seen before. This lady brought this gigantic, like, Siberian Husky looking German Shepherd into Barnes & Noble over there to sit. I don't care that you brought your dog in, but if you can't control your dog, you don't need to bring it in. And it didn't have a little service dog necklace or anything on. It was just a dog. She's sitting there constantly. Sit, 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 no. Down. I was like, I can't. I finally was just like, if you can't control your freaking dog, don't bring it in the damn store. And I got up and I didn't say that out loud. I just kind of mumbled it. She may have heard me, she may not have, because it's very quiet over there. And I mumbled that and was walking out as she was doing it. So anyway, I went and met Tia for lunch, and I said either Chick-fil-A or that Subs and Club place that we went for the first time a couple weeks ago. And so we decided on the Subs and Clubs and tried something different this time. I definitely liked what I had last time better. But man, we had a lot of french fries. Like a platter that was this big. Yeah, about that big. It looks bigger in the camera. Anyway, it was this big. The whole thing was full, and the sandwich was sitting on top of the French fries on another piece of paper. I had to ask the lady to bring me an extra basket so I didn't, because it was a hot mess. I was going to linen everywhere. But there, we both had that many French fries. If you want to get French fries, go there. So anyway, we ended up bringing at least what was equivalent to a solid single order of the French fries home. So basically, we could have just taken the Tia's, dumped it in a takeout box, and then split the rest up for us to eat at the restaurant. But after we got done, I dropped Tia off, and then I went to Breakaway Honda because I still haven't heard from them. I called yesterday, still haven't heard from them yet, and he never called me back. So I go over there, and of course I wait and I wait and I wait and I wait and I wait because I was like, I'm not gonna call back because he's never gonna call me back. So I walked in there and I waited, and I finally got to talk to Gary, the guy that was in charge of my car, or Tia's car, and he said, oh, well, yeah, we got the part in yesterday. What happened to last Tuesday? It was supposed to be here last Tuesday. Never got a call, nothing. So he goes, well, we could set you up with an appointment tomorrow. If you want, you can just bring it in and we'll get it taken care of. It'll take like a half hour. I bet it's going to take longer than a half hour. I guarantee it. So I'm going to go in the morning, first thing, and just be there ready to go. And anyway, after I left there, I went to Thomas Creek to drop off those shirts to Josh, and I walked in and I'm like, why is it that every time I come here, this place is dead? Nothing's going on. I've been there probably 3 or 4 times in the past year, and every time I walk in there, nothing's going on. No one's there. No bottling is taking place. It's just dead. So I finally got the lowdown from Josh, and he said that all the brewers are gone. There's 2 brewers now. There's him and one assistant that he has, and they basically brew from like 10 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon, then they're done. So it's a short day. Apparently they lost a lot of their contracts. He didn't detail why. He's just like, we lost a lot of the contracts, these. So the really big ones, who most of them out of Florida, and they got their own breweries opened up and stuff like that. But other reasons kind of spurred that on. But then we started talking about, who was still there, and, he was talking about the 2 brewers and then 3 guys that are at the packaging area. And he goes, and then Tim came back, and I was like, wait, Tim? And he goes, yeah, Tim Bragnon. And just as he said that, Tim comes walking around the corner. And he's like, hey, I thought I saw your car pull up. And for the rest of the time, me and Tim, I think we were there for probably 45 minutes to an hour just talking. And he was giving me the update on everything. Apparently, he moved back to Greenville like a year ago, but he started back at the brewery within the past couple of weeks. And apparently Chris Bancroft, the little dweeby guy that's friends with the owner's kids, apparently he did some major mess ups, like thousands and tens of thousands of dollars worth of beer had to be recalled. They lost contracts at distributors. They lost contracts, like their actual contract beers they brew. They lost those contracts because he screwed up the carbonation. Not to mention the bottling line wasn't being maintained, and apparently it was just bad. So, yeah, because he didn't want to get there. All the stuff that Tim taught him, he just threw out the window. Was like, I don't care, whatever. I'm not going to get under there and grease it. I'm not going to do maintenance on it. So Tim was walking me around, and apparently he was actually doing maintenance on the machine today. And so he's the new supervisor over there, and he's going to have hiring and firing control according to what he told me. So good for him. Apparently he's getting divorced, and there's a whole big issue there. I'm not going to talk about that, but good for him. Has this going on, and whatever happens. Okay, so I was there for probably 45 minutes to an hour, and I left there and I went to the White Horse Road air gas place to get that 20-pound uh, cylinder of CO2 switched out. The price definitely went up. Last time I got that thing, I think it was like between $23 and $27. It was $39 today, so it was a lot more expensive, but still cheaper than going to most other places. Anyway, so I was able to do that without any issue. And I took it home, and I'm ready to go with that. I think I'm going to try to clean that thing out tomorrow and get some in there, and I'm going to stop by the store and see if I can get some flavoring. It doesn't need to be strong. It just needs to have something in it. But once I got all that in the house and done and the dogs were out and whatnot, I laid on the couch and I passed out. Like I think I watched a show. I don't even remember what it was. But I watched a show of whatever I watched and then fell asleep. And while I was asleep, I had this dream. Oh my God. I had this dream that I was back at Thomas Creek. I wasn't working there, but it was almost like I was there tomorrow. Next day after I went today and got the lowdown and everything. Because I kept seeing Tom and Terry walking around. And I know they were looking at me going, oh God, is he going to hire that guy back? But anyway, so in the dream, I went in and I was just basically saying hi to Tom and just doing the tour of the thing. And it started out with me just kind of sitting at the front, just waiting to talk to them. And, there's a whole bunch of other people there. Well, apparently all those other people there were there for job interviews. And I wasn't the first one, but they took me back there first because they're like, oh, Brandon, come on back. So I'm sitting in this little office, and it's kind of where the cooler is next to where the label room is, and there's a window there, and I'm in there, and they're running a load or running a bottling line, and while we're in there talking, he's basically giving me the paperwork to be rehired, and I was like, I was just coming in to say hi, but you're hiring me? Okay. Like, I just kind of went with it. It was weird because it was almost like I knew it was a dream, but it wasn't. And so anyway, then one of the people that was out in the lobby with me, this girl, she comes in and she starts going through the interview process, and it was like, well, I'm already filling out the paperwork. Clearly they're trying to hire a position, but anyway, that was weird. It was a very detailed dream. Like, I was at the brewery. I mean, there were subtle differences. I was there, and he was hiring me. And then I woke up, and man, I remembered every detail of that dream except for faces and stuff like that. But that was weird. Like, I have no desire to work there. I mean, I wouldn't mind working there except for my health issues that I'm having, that I'm trying to get taken care of, because if I go, I'm going to end up drinking again. And not saying I drink a lot, but I would end up back just the way I was before, and I'm trying not to. Like, I'm getting rid of everything for a reason. So, moral of the story is, sure, I'd like a full-time job that would do well, but the problem being is that, one, my health issues. Two, apparently that place is being run worse now than when I was there complaining about how bad it was being run. And to get back to that real quick, apparently they're only bottling like once a week now. Yeah, once a week. Anyway, so on to the next topic. Tia got home about 9 o'clock from her Tuesday night Zumba at the church, and when she got home, she was like, well, why aren't you dressed and you're ready to go work out? Because we're doing the core thing tonight. So I ran upstairs, got some shorts on, came back down, got everything ready, and we just did it in the living room because it was only like 7 minutes of just core work that Zumba was doing. Oh, it was so pathetic. I tried. I was doing my darndest, and man, I was just dying. Oh my God, like I could, about 4 minutes into it, I just could not. It was pathetic. It really was pathetic. So after that, we warmed up and ate the remaining fries that we brought home from lunch today at 10 o'clock. Yeah, 10 o'clock we were eating fries. Probably shouldn't have done that. But we did. Fries are gone. Then, we took a bath and then came in. That's why that hour gap was in there. Went and took a bath, then came back down, then ate the fries. 10 o'clock. Tia got in bed, and my mom finally finished sending me maps and stuff like that so I could map stuff out. And oh my God, it's 3:49 in the morning, and I finished like 20 minutes ago the mapping. It was complicated. There's a lot of pictures I gotta take tomorrow, but I'm done. There were some issues, figured it out. While I was doing that, I was watching the State of the Union address. Not gonna discuss it, but it was pretty impressive to watch. And now I'm getting ready to go to bed because I'm tired and I gotta get up early tomorrow because I gotta be at Breakaway Honda at like 8:30 in the morning. So, just like I did last night. See you later.